Welcome to Stepping Stones. How are all of you? I hope you are well. How many of you have ever walked on a treadmill? And how many of you have ever jogged on the sidewalk? What is the difference in terms of friction and power between jogging on a treadmill, walking on a sidewalk? On a treadmill, there's way less friction. It's like that machine is pulling you along, and so you don't need as much power. On a sidewalk, whether you're walking or jogging, there's much more friction. It's not pulling you along, so you need to generate your own power to pull you along. Now, all of you are in middle school. You are not in elementary school. And so it's important for you to be exposed to higher ways of thinking, deeper ways of feeling. And you may not think like that yet or feel like that yet, but if you're not exposed to it, you'll never know what the highest or deepest is. In Stepping Stones, our plan is to expose each other to this higher way of thinking, deeper way of feeling. And I've been using a term to put all of this together called insights. An insight is a thinking feeling that changes one. I'll give you an example. If you study Canada and America, and you study extreme weather in Canada and America, suppose there's earthquakes in California, and there's tornadoes in Oklahoma, and there's flooding in Florida, and there's wildfires in Saskatchewan. The Great Lakes, Lake Ontario, Lake Michigan, etc., this area of Canada, America, has the most fresh water in the world, and it's the most insulated from earthquakes, tornadoes, flooding, wildfires. Now, that one insight, that thinking feeling, would make one want to live in the Great Lakes region, if not this year, next year, if not next year, next decade, but sooner or later, this will become the most valuable part of North America. That's an insight. It is thinking, feeling that makes one change. In Stepping Stones, it is like I am your trainer when it comes to insights. And the way you train is through a routine called vitamin R3. Reading, writing, reflecting. Reading is me sharing with you. This is what I learned from my teacher, who learned from his teacher. Then writing, for you to write in your own notes, your journals, Padlet, and then to reflect with your eyes closed, eyes open, as you're going to school, as you're coming back from school. I'm your trainer, training in what? Insights. What's our routine? Vitamin R3. What insights have we exposed ourselves to in terms of that which is the highest and deepest? Joy unlocked. You are your own source of joy. Then, me map. Right now, you may not feel that you're joy, but the more you get to know yourself, by being with yourself more, you will come to agree you are the source of your own joy. And then we continued on to learn about becoming and belonging. Becoming and belonging. And each of these words is in sequence. I first have to become for me to belong. I have to become good enough for myself. I have to become faithful enough in myself to start to belong to my family, friends, and so on. Many of your parents, they study with me in a community called parenting culture. And often in parenting culture, we take up a challenge of parenting or being a parent, like managing screen time or patient communication. And usually, for parents who are new, they think, I'm going to share with them, this is what you should do with your child. This is what you should do to your child. But it's never like that. I always share with them first that they should change. Here's where all of you should say thank you, Vivekji, for telling us or telling our parents to change. But now the same applies to you, correct? You change, and then the second round of insight is for your parents. Just like with your parents, it's they should change, and the second round of insights is for you to change. That's why I said becoming and belonging, you have to be good enough for yourself. You have to have faith in yourself enough. And one of the most beautiful parts of our exploration of becoming and belonging was accepting that we are a part. And if we are a part, then that means there has to be a whole. If there's a puzzle piece, there has to be a puzzle. If there's that which is created, there has to be a creator. The more I become a part of family, community, society, humanity, divinity, I become a part of creation, the more I feel the acceptance of the Creator. And we even had a specific practice called japa, or meaningful repetition, where I'm thinking, saying, writing a special phrase like Om Namo Narayanaya, or I am joy. I'm thinking it, I'm saying it, I'm writing it. All of this helps me to feel more in an elevated way, in a deep way. I am part of the whole. What better way to feel like one belongs? I'm also sharing some of the raws that we've gone through. A raw was to support our community, support elephants. Another raw was about affirmation statements, where you're thinking, saying, writing sayings, statements, insights that help you to feel stronger. You're taking step by step by step, increment by increment by increment. The one I really like that I looked at on Padlet, it is enough to do my best. That is a great affirmation statement, especially as many are starting school. It is enough to do my best. Please keep following through with all of the raws that have been shared with you. We continue with our review. Shanti, Shanti, Shanti. Be happiness.